True fans live for their team. For those true U of A fans, there is Hughes Federal Credit Union. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. GH, big basketball game Wednesday night, Arizona State in McKale Center. Two teams that I still think are trying to find their way here in the Pac-12. It's a rivalry game, so you think it might be close, but you know, Arizona's trending up and ASU not so much.
Nah, and it's too late to go to the waiver wire or buy somebody.
Right.
So what they've got is what they're going to have, and I think they're both flawed teams, don't you?
Yes. The non-waiver trade deadline has passed in the Pac-12. They are. I think that they are both flawed. I think Arizona starts with much better players, and you know, a down year for Arizona is the kind of season that ASU usually only dreams about. But they both have kind of similar issues, which is, I think for Arizona, they don't have necessarily a scorer, and their depth has been really hurt. Arizona State, I think, has Trey Holder, who might be as good as anybody in the league. I really like him. But they, again, don't have the depth to consistently attack.
They don't have bigs, so they have to shoot more threes.
Right.
And if they're not hitting threes, they have no chance.
Right. Nobody shoots more threes, in fact, than Arizona State. The issue with them is that they're only hitting about 35% of them. That said, this is a team that if they can get hot from three-point land, can really give Arizona some trouble.
Oh, sure. But that's true with anybody, isn't it?
Yes.
I really like ASU's future, though. They've recruited two guys now who, on paper and through the recruiting services, they're big guys, too.
Right.
They're going to make a difference.
Right. To me, the story in Wednesday's game is going to be guard play. You know, everybody's talked about Parker Jackson Cartwright, what a revelation he's been at point guard. Still, if you look at the plus minus with the guys he's defended, he's giving up a lot of points, too. Arizona State comes to town with two guys, Trey Holder and Jerry Blakes, who are capable of combining for 50 points if you let them.
Yeah, I think revelation is the wrong word people use on Parker. He's a good, solid player and a good spot-up three-point shooter, but he's not a closer like T.J. McConnell was.
Right.
He doesn't swing a game.
Right.
He doesn't make the defensive stop that you have to have. I'm not getting on him. I'm just saying, who is T.J. McConnell? They had one.
Right.
And to me, that's going to be a big point in the next month.
Right. And this may sound like Sports Writer 101, but it is true. I think that the thing that this team lacks right now is somebody who wants the ball with the game on the line, and somebody who will score 20 in an NCAA tournament game.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. I mean, my guess is Alonzo Mourning, but I still think that the sample size with him is so small, we really don't know what we're getting.
You know, he had a big three late in that game Sunday night against USC. And that was when the first time all year I thought, this guy might be able to take you somewhere in the next month.
Right. That was one of those no, yes
moments. Miller was yelling no. He was mad. Did you see him?
Yeah. And then he kind of did one of these.
Yeah.
Like, well, what you going to do? Real quick, Greg, let's touch on USC and UCLA. I don't think either game lived up to, in my mind, the showdown that we thought it would be. But, you know, to sweep two pretty talented teams must say something about Arizona. I'm just not sure what.
You know, to me, USC didn't know what it was in for when it arrived.
Too young, yes.
And it was too late when they got it together.
Right.
And then, of course, when it really got crunch time, they couldn't do it.
Right.
And UCLA, to me, is hit and miss, and it was a missed night.
Sure, and when you shoot so many free throws, you better win the darn game. When you're shooting 48 free throws, you better win.
Oh, and Steve Alford complained about it, like any coach does. But look at it. Arizona threw the ball inside every time, and UCLA didn't.
And that's the thing. It wasn't bad officiating. It was incredibly consistent officiating, which is they called every over the back, every on the body all night long, and Arizona used whatever depth it had in the front court to really exploit that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really looking toward the Pac-12 tournament this year as much as any year, because when Arizona rematches with some of these teams and maybe those calls aren't made, different game.
Different game. That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. For Greg Hansen, who's winning the Pac-12 tournament?
I'm picking USC.
USC. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Or Utah.
Or Utah. Or Oregon.
Or Cal.
Or Arizona.
Yeah. Any of 7 teams.
Any of 7 teams. That's going to make it fun.
I know.
I know. I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
True fans live for their team. They buy the gear, they order the tickets, they pay for the seats and the experiences. For those true U of A fans, thankfully there is Hughes Federal Credit Union. offering the latest payment choices such as U of A debit cards, paying online, paying a friend with Pop Money, or using Apple Pay with your mobile phone. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.